Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. In this video, we visit the Keys View and the Ryan Ranch House ruins. We arrive at Joshua Tree National Park and make our way to the Keys View parking lot, traveling through interesting rock formations and Joshua trees along the way. We arrived at the parking lot, from where we took a steep walk uphill to the viewing area. Upon reaching the viewing area, we could see the Santa Rosa and San Jacinto mountain ranges across the valley. So there in the distance you can just barely see part of Salton Sea. That's Indio in the middle there. Continuing to pan around is Palm Springs. So that is San Jacinto Peak. And panning to the right, that's San Gorgonio Mountain with the snow on top. We next made our way to the Ryan Ranch House ruins. This view from my Amazfit watch shows the trail length and other details. So we're now starting the hike to the Ryan Ranch House, at least the ruins of the house. Once again, along the trail, we see Rocky Mountains and Joshua trees all around us. So here we are, kind of bushwhacking a little bit to try and get to those ruins. The trail kind of splits and meanders. Not really sure which is the exact official trail, but there's several paths people have walked on, so we're gonna try and just walk one of them and get there. The Ryan House and Lost Horse Well are historic ruins. The ranch house was established by the family of J.D. Ryan, who later developed the Lost Horse Mine. This is a historic photo of the original ranch house taken during the survey of this property for the National Register of Historic Places. It was taken in 1975. So this might have been the main entrance door with possibly a window over here. It's kind of narrow, but it's a long building. Those U-shaped cutouts there are probably where windows used to fit, and the opening kind of got eroded, and now they've actually put plaster or cement there to salvage what's left. Only the adobe walls are left behind, and you can clearly see the straw embedded in the walls for structural strength. This is a view from the back of the house. The six-room house was built as an adobe residence in 1896 with wood frame additions. It was destroyed by fire in August of 1978. The original size was roughly 30 feet by 40 feet. The adobe walls sit on a stone masonry foundation. Buildings originally included in the main ranch house were an assay cabin, a bunkhouse, an underground cellar, a horse barn, a corral, pump houses, a windmill, and a small two-stamp mill. However, most of these structures no longer exist today. The house was burned down by an arsonist in August 1978, leaving only the outside walls behind. This could have been a storage shed with a wooden roof, which no longer exists. There's a little depression here with some rocks around here. I'm not sure what this was used for. This looks like a watering trough for horses. This post probably held the main entrance gate to the ranch house. You can clearly see the upper pivot and the lower pivot. Here you can see a water storage tank and the pump house. Near these buildings, there was an old engine with a partial transmission attached to it.
So this looks like an engine and gearbox attached, and right behind it looks like part of a automobile or truck frame with another engine and transmission.
This engine was probably the engine that was used to drive the water pump to pump water from the Lost Horse well.
So this looks like if there was a gearbox. That little protrudence where the hole looks like that's where the gear stick went. And there's a key here which might have been the starter. There's the vanes of the windmill that brought the water up for storage in these tanks. There's one tank there, tank right there.
This looks like the double stampers that were used at the original two-stamp mill located on this property. It has 2 pistons and 2 guides.
Looking at the way the metal has fractured, it could have been made out of cast iron, which is hard but brittle.
This was the stone and concrete water cistern used for water storage to supply the ranch day-to-day operations, as well as the 3-mile-long pipeline to the Lost Horse mine for the steam generation to operate the 10-stamp mill that still exists.
This building looks like a more modern shed that was erected pretty recently, and that's where the pump is located.
Near the pump house is the remnants of the original mechanical windmill that was used to pump water from the 70-foot deep Lost Horse well. The water was stored in this huge cistern and then piped to the ranch house as well as the Lost Horse mine.
There you can see the 3-inch pipe that comes from these tanks, goes off into the distance.
Oh yeah, there's somebody climbing over there, look at that.
So there you can see someone trying to climb that vertical face of that rock.
On the way back, we spotted some rock climbers on a rock known as Headstone Rock. I'll end this video here. Coming up next is our hike through the Hidden Valley Trail, an area historically used by cattle rustlers to hide their ill-gotten gains.